Welcome back, everybody. It's Saturday. Unfortunately, my last trip, I forgot to bring the camera, and I didn't feel like going back. So, real quick, what I did here. This is the cover that you can get to the transverse leaf spring under this, and this was not real form fitted to the body very well. This cover here was from the black car. Dorothy didn't have one when I originally got it, so all I did was take some weather stripping foam and put it underneath of the cover, and then screwed it back down, just to provide a seal. I put the rest of the sound deadening stuff in both sides here. If you remember, I pointed out that I had some cracks. It's better over on the other side, but it's not great. And then I put it in the footwells. I have yet to determine if I'm going to go up the footwell at all or on the sides. I want to get the carpet back in here and see what that's really going to look like before I go that far. Also, you can see there I got the transmission tunnel cover in. Big old gap there. That's not even close to fitting. I'm not sure how big of a deal that is. Obviously, it's going to let a lot of air in, so I'll probably just get another big old thick piece of weather stripping for that. The problem, however, and you can see that there's some damage right there on the dash, is the radio support tower is not fitting. So it's either the fact that this thing stands up too tall, or the dash's heads drooped on me. I had that problem a long time ago when I was first replacing the A-posts. Hopefully that's not the case. You can see that the hole there is kind of blown out as compared to this one here. I know that the light's not great. You can see that's a nice round hole there, but you can see on that one over there, it's got a little bit of a bump at the top. That tells me that over the years of the car, that the bolt that was in there just slowly wore itself up. So maybe the car has been twisting forever. Because that doesn't fit at all or very well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this transmission tunnel back out, fit the radio support without that in there, and then just kind of play around. I also got the shift boot on here with the thing. It's pretty heavy duty rubber, and it just provides a seal here. You got this little ring that screws down on it. I also put the sound foam up underneath that. When I pull it back off, I'll show it to you. For the rest of today, I've been working on the sideboards. You can see them hanging over there. That's from being painting the radiator sideboards and all that kind of stuff. That's going to be in a separate video. I'm going to start to transition into paint, so I'm going to put the paint booth up today, get going on that, and just some rather odds and ends. So this is going to be a pretty short video here, just more of an update than any actual action. So we'll see what else I come up with here in the next couple hours. So here's get you some light here. Here's that foam stuff. It's a lot thicker, you can see, than the rubber sound coating, but it's sticky back. This is, I showed you this is the red Noico, or however you say that, same stuff, but I just kind of got it all in there. It's not the best job I've ever done, but it's going to be adequate, I think. Now, I was playing with the dash support a little bit, and this is what if I remember, I got 2 or 3 of these, and I think this one here is the original to Dorothy, and it fits pretty well. Unfortunately, the one that I redid seems to be too tall or something like that, so it's not fitting, and it's jamming up in there, and even without the transmission tunnel in, it doesn't work. So unfortunately, that's probably not going to work. The reason that I went with that one is because even this isn't fitting great. If you look, you can see that's got that little ledge there as it comes up and around, and then somebody had shaved off this ledge, probably just to help it fit, and so be it. That other one did have repairs to it. This one does not. So I'm just going to have to clean this up. I don't think I'm going to do this today, but I'll clean this guy up and then go with this one instead of the other one. So it is what it is. I'm going to do some fitment here on the transmission tunnel. This is just a plastic transmission tunnel. You can get a fiberglass one, but this is obviously a lot more flexible. I think it was a little bit more expensive, but it's going to be easier to deal with. Comes with a rubber seal and a whole bunch of stuff. But essentially this goes in here, right? You got the stick shift that comes through, obviously. And then this guy fits somewhere right around here. And it should just barely cover all that. Now my concern is that I got to still put carpet on top of this. Now I don't have plush carpet, I have the original carpet, which is kind of cheesy, and it's pretty thin, but I am concerned that when I add the thickness of the carpet on top of here, it's going to make it even worse. But you know, that is what it is. But this should fit down on here, and then the support has little cutouts and it fits in there. And obviously this is for this hole. That guy is kind of lines up pretty close. So anyway, I know that that fits now. If it ends up being too tall, one thing I can do is I can try to cut this ridge out a little bit, maybe fudge that a little bit, but I'm leery to play with any of it right now just because I'm so far away from this final step. This would be kind of a final fit and finish thing. So I'm just going to leave it as it is and not continue on to potentially mess something up before I've got other stuff all done. I want to get the bonnet on there and get all the weight of the car and things like that, any body twist or whatever. So anyway, I'm just going to leave it the way it is and move on to something else. Got the paint booth set up here. Try to do a little bit better of a job taping stuff off. You can see I kind of sealed that whole filter in. Took my time. Got a brand new box fan, cheapo Walmart one, but you can see that that's pretty well covered. On the inside here, I've got a larger 24 by 24 filter that's going to cover the entire box fan, so there's not going to be any leftover space unlike the other one. And I kind of put some cardboard, which is the box from the box fan, to kind of support that, to try to hold and make sure that all of the stuff that the fan is going to suck is going to have to go through that filter. And I got the front balance hanging in here, so that'll hang from there when I paint. Got it swept out in here a little bit. And then all of the other pieces, parts, and all the little incidental stuff, that's all in here that I need to paint. The brackets for the bonnet, for the front balance, the hinges are in there. There's all sorts of stuff. Here's the license plate lamp, all sorts of stuff that's in there. So that's probably where I'm going to leave it today. Like I said, obviously a very short video, more of a update than anything else. We'll come back in the next round and start the painting process again with the white sealer coat, and then a couple coats of red, a couple coats clear, and get into the very last piece, which will be the bonnet, which is hidden all the way in the back there. So that's all I got for today. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Cheers.